accustomed to having a hit, I'ma make another one. Blink 182 times when you see the twister with Travis. Madness, kinda like a savage. Ravager with the art like on the canvas. And it's kind of impeccable how I can spit it to get up in a minute with intricate patterns of a kick drum.
The city of brotherly love, home of the Liberty Bell, where the 76ers are looking to take on a Western Conference opponent. This is Kevin Harlan here, joined by Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Glad you decided to spend your Friday night with us. The NBA on 2K Sports. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Here's Holiday, 17 points in his last outing. Spades with a screen on Russell. Williams' shot is good.
Only got a half step on this man, but that's all he needed when he ran off the pick. And as a result, able to finish the layup. That's nicely done.
Well, the Timberwolves are hoping that they've found some answers at the point guard position. The veteran Luke Ridnour really played a steady role for them a year ago, but Johnny Flynn, their top draft pick in 2009, missed almost 30 games and really struggled on the court.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, I had a chance to catch up with the Minnesota Timberwolves head coach. In terms of their defensive attitude coming into this one, he said, we've been protecting the rim very well at that end of the floor, and that's something I want to see continue today. Guys?
Thank you very much, Doris. So it's mainly Clark and Steve about defense for them early on.
Well, you know what I mean. It's pretty simple. The fewer points you allow, the fewer you have to score for yourself. I mean, that's elementary.
Yeah, and particularly in this game, I think it makes sense. I mean, establish the defensive end of the floor, try to convert some buckets in transition off your defense, and try to take control of the game that way.
And we've got an injury out on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
Boy, what a tough break. I hope he doesn't have to miss too much of the action.
Well, we'll find out in a little bit. Man, let's just hope he's okay.
Now for the Timberwolves, the answer to their playmaking needs, a point guard, Steve and Clark, may have arrived in the form of rookie Ricky Rubio, joining the team from Spain.
Well, it's got to be a relief, Kevin, for the Minnesota fans to see the former number 5 pick in the 2009 draft finally in uniform for the Timberwolves. Scoring is still a question mark for him, but his passing, court vision, and flair, all of that is unquestionable.
Let's it fly. Russell, no luck.
Kind of a waste of a possession there.
Absolutely empty trip. That's not the shot you're looking for in that situation. You know, you wouldn't pin the point guard tag on him the way he throws it down like that.
No way.
Now, monster dunks like that, I mean, that's not just for big fellas, guys. I mean, the little guys can do that at times, too.
Williams picks him up. They need this. Randolph can't hit. The 76ers trail. A moment for our Gatorade injury report.
Guys, Greg Barnum, head athletic trainer for the Timberwolves, let me know the status. He told me that he's in a great deal of pain after suffering a lower back strain. It's such bad timing for an injury to occur. There's never necessarily a good time, but this could potentially derail their entire start to this season. A tough break for sure, guys.
Wonderful stuff, Doris. Thanks. And, of course, we'll keep you folks posted if we get another update.
I tell you what, guys, it's never easy having to sit and watch. Never any fun at all when you can't be out there on the court.
No, it sure isn't, Clark. But it may be the hardest thing of all for an athlete, but, you know, you just got to grind through it and get your way back onto the court.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. This is their first chance to take a look at the Timberwolves this season.
And they've got to feel pretty good because last year they took both meetings between these two clubs.
Give it up for your Sixers dancers.
Here's Iguodala. 14 points from him the last game against the Raptors in Toronto. Williams gets to Holiday. Over Telfair. The shot by Holiday, no good. So like Steve just said, they shut these guys out last season no differently than you would have predicted.
Yeah, guys, I mean, they put just as much hurt on them as the teams in their own conference did.
Iguodala outside. Beasley with the steal. Here's Telfair. Cannot hit. Good defense by Iguodala.
Nice early advantage for them on the glass, guys.
And the jam with Iguodala. Brought to you by Sprite. The Sprite Slam Cam on the replay. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first. Now Beasley. He's coming off a 28-point game against Atlanta. Williams with the steal.
Well, credit the defense, but you've got to be more careful with the ball.
Guarded now by Michael Beasley. Iguodala outside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. 10 points for Iguodala. Here is Telfair. One second left. He just barely beat the buzzer.
Unflappable. Wasn't rattled at all. I mean, he's the kind of guy you want taking those shots.
Yep, I agree with that. Pressure mounting, the crowd counting it.
And that can... Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And the 76ers with possession, trailing by 2.
I really like the fact, guys, that Philly was able to battle their way back into the playoffs last season and just ended up running into a very focused and supremely talented Miami Heat team.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Russell in a 2-guard. Michael Beasley and Kevin Love, they're in the forward positions. Telfair is out there with Randolph. Back to that playoff series you were talking about, Clark. Philly gave it their best, but Miami just had too much power for them. They did win a game in Philadelphia on that Sunday afternoon. I think it was Easter Sunday.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Nice win for Doug Collins and those Sixers. But, Steve, this is just the beginning, I think, for the 76ers.
Yeah, I thought it was a great win for Philadelphia. Just winning that one game kind of validated what they accomplished during the regular season, and it sets the stage for what comes next.
Love in the post, working on Brand. Shoots in deep, and it's Love getting it to go. Love's got 12 in the game. Outside Holiday. Williams in the post. He's guarded by Russell. Open look. No good from Spates.
Defense a little shaky there, and he had a good look. But you look at Spates and you see the unlimited potential. He's got a great jump shot. He's strong. He can score around the basket, but he's still trying to find his game and figure out his place on the floor. And he's still a young guy, so hopefully he'll eventually carve out his niche in this league.
Shots good by Williams. Here is Telfair. Outside Russell. Here is Telfair. He's guarded by Williams. That's good. Randolph's got his third basket of the night. Just talking about Spates, if he puts it all together, he's going to be a handful for anybody to work on the block.
Oh, man, I tell you what, I like his skill set, Kevin. I mean, he's shown that he can be a really tough matchup. Good hands, he's got excellent length. He's just got to find a way to stay on the floor more on a consistent basis.
Telfair kicks to Russell. Shoots the 3. Offensive rebound. hits the outside fadeaway. Now it's a 7-point Timberwolves lead.
Doug Collins was just what the 76ers needed, it seemed, as he was able to turn them around from a lottery team and get them back into the playoffs.
And the 76ers call time here. Back to Doug Collins. It brings a more deliberate approach to his teams, and I think, Steve, teams kind of like that change of pace a little bit. Doug's a great teacher.
He sure is, and I thought the 76ers really benefited from Doug's presence last year. He gave them some structure, he gave them an identity, and by the end of the season, they were really a good team.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Spencer. And we'll be right back here in Philadelphia.
Your 76ers, 34. The Timberwolves, 39.
And welcome. The NBA season is in its early stages, which means we're just getting all warm and cozy here on the HP Halftime Report. The Minnesota Timberwolves have the lead against Philadelphia. A win tonight would be just what they've needed. It's been a tough start to their season. Some outstanding minutes from their bench unit, delivering instant offense. And no quitting the 76ers. They came to win. Great unselfish play. They're making the extra pass. Lewis Williams bringing his A-game tonight. He's got 12 points and has added some assists to his totals as well. We've already seen some highlights from these two in the first half. They're leading both their teams in scoring. And now, other NBA games in the books from earlier. Let's check them out. The Bucks winning against the Bobcats in Charlotte.
Tell me where you enjoy the night. Won't score 100 points or win.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
When Dr. J shook the whole team.
The 76ers trail by 12. Evan Turner and Iguodala on the perimeter. Spencer Hawes out there with Young, and it's Holiday in at the point guard. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. And here is Ridnour. And Iguodala comes to help. Milicic, no luck.
Yeah, no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
Young inside. Working on Milicic. 5 to shoot. Young inside. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Darko Milicic.
You know, the Timberwolves were only 10-20 against the East last season. They say the West is a dominant conference, but not when you're talking about the Timberwolves. They were a tough team.
Well, for the Timberwolves, they've never managed 25 wins in the 4 seasons since they traded away Kevin Garnett. Steve, how long do you think it's going to take to rebuild this team?
Well, unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be a while. The one building block you can say they have is Kevin Love. We'll see how Ricky Rubio does. We'll see if any of these young draft picks that they picked up this year can improve this team. But seems to me they're still at least a couple of years away.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in on the Timberwolves head coach talking to his team. He said to them, the lead we've got now is nice, but I want to make it even nicer. This is when we put the hammer down. It doesn't look like he's ready to back off just yet, guys.
Didn't take long to get that hoop.
Guys, they sure made the D look slow that time.
46 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here is Russell. He's covered by Iguodala. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Well, not much they can do at this point.
Don't playing for pride, trying to finish strong for pride's sake.
And across the board, his stats just amazing.
Well, he's monogrammed this game in a big way.
I done made every shot. You to think I got the cheat code. It's Chris, beast mode. 47 Carol.
Here is Russell. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Here is Ridnour. And so they foul intentionally. And he misses the first one. Connects on number 2, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And the 76ers call time here. They're trailing by 7. 27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 27 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Iguodala, the pass to Young. There's the block. Out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Here is Brand. The feed to Young.
Yeah, I see him.
He feeds it to Hawes. Holiday with it. 6 to shoot. Over Ridnour. Hawes is called for a loose ball foul. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Shooting for Minnesota, Anthony Randolph, taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. Perfect from the line, and it's a 9-point ball game.
Huge free throws there, Kevin. He just put this game out of reach.
Holiday with the 3, and so the Timberwolves take the win. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Well said. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us.